Hello and welcome to the Black Girls Golf very first ever Google Hangout. So first time using this, so you may have to be patient with me. My name is Tiffany Fitzgerald. I am the founder of Black Girls Golf. And if you've been following me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest, then you already know a little bit about what we do. But for the new people here, Black Girls Golf was founded to introduce more African American women to the sport. We have a passion for this game. Golf has opened so many doors for me, and I would like to share my love of the game with other women. We don't just play with African American women, we play with everyone who wants to play, but we really would like and love for more African American women to pick up a golf club and join us on the course. So we started our Swing Like a Girl campaign because we want you to understand how to purchase your very first set or maybe your second set of golf clubs. But we want you to be empowered with the information and the knowledge you need to make the right purchase. Why do I say the right purchase? Because for the most part, golf clubs are mass produced like everything else. And they're mass produced with their highest consumer target in mind, which is men. Men are taller than us. They're, for the most part, stronger than us. They have a higher center of gravity than we do. And so there are several physiological differences between men and women that makes it imperative that our golf clubs be different. But that's not always the case. So sometimes you'll find that with women's clubs, they are extremely flexible. They tend to be a lot lighter than men's clubs because they weight them in a different way to compensate for some of the differences we may have in our swing. However, for the most part, it is a mass-produced product that they may paint pink or purple or something like that to make it more attractive to women. And so we end up with an ill-fitting club. And if you've attempted to play golf, or perhaps you are a golfer now, you understand that although the ball doesn't move, this game can be pretty difficult to pick up. And so having ill-fitting equipment or the wrong tool for the job can make it that much more difficult. And we would really love for golf to be fun and enjoyable for you. And that starts with having the right equipment. And I like to compare that to buying shoes you haven't tried on yet. And so the first series in our Swing Like a Girl campaign will be try before you buy. And I know, at least with shoes, I've purchased a pair of shoes before that I didn't try on first. And not only was it uncomfortable, it was painful because I tried to wear them anyway, even though they didn't fit. And when you make the investment on golf clubs can be as much as a few $1,000s or a few $100s. But even still, no matter what your budget is, that's a pretty hefty investment for a hobby. And when you're investing that kind of money, you want it to fit. You want the right equipment for the job. And so I encourage you to try before you buy. And during our Swing Like a Girl campaign, I will be trying a few different sets of clubs. And the first set I tried was from Coates Golf, COATES, golf.com. And they are a company that is very new, but their specific target is women. They make clubs specifically for women. And so I tried Coates Golf. I actually tried them today. I will share the video with you in a few days. I'm mastering my editing skills. And so you guys will have to bear with me on that. But what I want to impress upon you is that when you are trying new clubs, give it all you got. It should be fun. You should feel the weight of the club in your hand, what the grip feels like in your hands, the length of the club, because we're different than men. There are so many differences. We have girls up top that they don't have to worry about most of the time. And our swing is going to be different to compensate for that. And we tend to swing a little bit slower. So the average club head speed, or the speed of the club head at impact for men, for the average man, is about 90 miles per hour. And for women, it's 65. But I swing a little faster than the average woman, which is 60. And so 60 to 65. And these are general numbers. So, you know, that could change depending on the person. But in general, that's what it is. And I swing a little faster than the average woman. But I have a women's driver right now. And when I swing that club, it is like spaghetti. it's whipping all over the place, and that creates a slice in my swing. So I don't hit the ball straight very consistently with that club. I've been told that I need a men's senior flex club. That is a stiffer shaft, but not as stiff as a regular men's shaft. But because it's a men's club, it's way too long. And I'm a shorty anyway. I'm 5'1". So that club is way too long. And when you get fitted for clubs, and getting fitted is something we'll talk about later on in the Swing Like a Girl series, but when you get fitted for clubs, they can cut those clubs down. But what happens when you cut the shaft of a driver is that it gets stiffer. So now I've gone from a men's club that's way too long, and then you have to cut it for it to fit my height. Now it's a stiffer club. So now it's the wrong club for me all over again. So I hope with that example, you understand why it's so important to have a club that is made and fitted for you. The size of your hands, the length of your arms, the speed of your swing, your center of gravity, the mechanics of your swing. All of those things make a difference. And there's nothing worse than being on the golf course with ill-fitting clubs. This is a game that can be very enjoyable, or it can be very, very, very painful. And when you are out there with the wrong clubs, it can be very, very painful. So with our Swing Like a Girl campaign, we will be trying clubs. I'm going to go get professionally fitted for the first time. I have been fitted for a few clubs that are in my bag, but a professional fit or a professional fitting is so much different than just going to a big box store and getting a club shortened for you, or getting the loft on your club changed. A professional fitter is going to do so. And before you shy away from the cost of getting a professional fitting, think about the investment you're making in these clubs. When you think about how much money you spend on a set of clubs, it makes a difference. So if you're going to invest the money, if golf is going to become part of your lifestyle, you want to go ahead and do the whole thing. If you're going to invest in clubs, invest in getting a fitting as well. And most of the time, a fitting is free when you purchase the clubs. But if you go to a professional fitter, they will include that in the package of the clubs that you buy. And really good fitters, they have every club imaginable. Any manufacturer, they're not particularly biased towards any manufacturer. They want a club that works for you. They want something that you're going to be able to swing with. So don't shy away from the price. It could be a couple $100s to get fitted, or it could be free, just depending on where you get your clubs. But do the research. And so the Swing Like a Girl campaign is going to help you do the research. We want you to use the hashtag Swing Like a Girl and ask any questions you might have about getting fitted for clubs or purchasing clubs. As a beginner, I do not recommend you go out and spend lots of money on clubs. Once you go through a Black Girls Golf 5-week comprehensive clinic, we'll help you purchase clubs. But what we like for you to do as a beginner is go to the thrift store, because as a beginner, it's going to be about mastering the fundamentals of your posture, your stance, your grip. Those are the things you need to practice, and you don't need fancy clubs to practice that. You don't need to spend $500, $600, $700 on clubs to practice posture, stance, and grip. You just don't. That's something you can do with a $2 club from the secondhand store, the Goodwill, the Salvation Army. They always have a ton of clubs there for $2 or less. I would suggest you start with a shorter club, like a 9-iron or a sand wedge or a pitching wedge, and you use the mat out of your car, your bathroom mat, anything like that, and set it up in front of a mirror and practice your posture, your stance, your grip. Get used to the feel of a golf club in your hand, because it can be a little uncursed. So what I urge you to do is use the Swing Like a Girl hashtag on Twitter and Facebook. If you have any questions about purchasing clubs, any questions about Black Girls Golf, or where you can find classes in your area, let us know. We're here to help. That's what we'd like to do. We want to see you out on the golf course, but most importantly, while you're there, we want you to have fun. So Swing like a girl. I swing like a girl and I love it. And you'll see that when I post the video, I did try coats, and I'll put that in the message box down below once this video is posted, where you can go to coatsgolf.com. Those are the first clubs I tried, and I absolutely love the driver. It is a senior flex. What I love about Coats Golf is that they have developed a line of clubs for women who are really serious about the game. And so they design their clubs with women in mind. And when I was swinging with the driver, I didn't feel the flimsiness in the shaft that I'm used to with a women's driver because I ordered a senior flex. So Try Coats is a program they have just launched. You can order one club at a time. You get 14 days to try that club, and the shipping time doesn't count towards your 14 days. You pay for shipping, and that is to get the club shipped to you and have the club shipped back. But you can try the club for 14 days. If you don't like it, you can ship it back. If you like it and you'd like to purchase it, what you paid for shipping is actually applied to the cost of the club. So it's a really great program. So far, I love the club. It's a great design. They're beautiful. I know that sounds crazy to talk about a golf club being beautiful, but they're really a sleek, elegant looking club. When you go to the website, you'll know what I'm talking about, coatsgolf.com. They haven't paid me for this endorsement. They sent me a club to try. I told them I would review it. So here I am letting you know that if you're a serious golfer, you've been playing for a while, Coats Golf, try them out with Try Coats. And I'll leave the information in the box below. But it looks like we have a few people listening. And if you have questions, I'm not sure how to do that on here yet, but if you have questions, I will definitely be on Twitter. I got my phone out now. So if you're on Twitter, looks like no questions. So I will be here again. This was pretty easy doing the live chat on YouTube. Thank you so much for listening. If you have questions, please let me know. Looks like there's a chat box here. Let's test this out for you folks who are here. And I will see if that works. Let me know if you can see the chat box there. Okay, do we have any questions? I will be here for a few more minutes. I don't like these videos to be too long. I know we've been on 15 minutes now. I hope I have at least piqued your interest about trying out new clubs. It is really, really important that you try before you buy. That is the motto of Swing Like a Girl. Like trying on shoes. Don't buy them if you haven't tried them on. It can be very painful. Same thing with a golf club. So I've opened up the chat window. Let me know if you guys can see that. I want to be able to answer any questions you might have about purchasing clubs or any general questions you may have about Black Girls Golf. And I'll check my Twitter and see if anybody's out on Twitter with any questions that I can answer. Well, I don't see any questions. If you would like to contact us offline, you can just send us an email, info@blackgirlsgolf.net. And we are doing our best, be patient with us, to get some more information up on the website, because we are also asking for ambassadors to contact us. We want to grow. You guys are sending us emails. You want us to grow. But there's so many steps that have to take place, so many things we've got to get ready before we can launch in a new market. But we would love for you to help us, because we would love to be where you are. We would love for you to help us get more women on the golf course. So again, that's info@blackgirlsgolf.net. And you can also use the Swing Like a Girl hashtag if you have specific questions about purchasing clubs or just any questions in general about golf that we may be able to help you with. But I want to say thank you for listening tonight. I hope it was informative. I tried to keep it brief. And again, any questions, let us know. We will see you next time. And if you are not a member, membership is free. You can do that on the website at blackgirlsgolf.net. We'll see you next time.